guys, before we jump into today's story, we're gonna do something a little different. We are gonna vote on something very, very important. We are gonna vote on our favorite holiday. We are gonna vote between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I've got my pumpkin, I've got my snowman, and we are gonna choose between the two. And so if your favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, I want you to raise your hand. And teachers, I want you to count how many people love Thanksgiving more than Christmas. And families at home, you can do the same thing. I want you guys to gather everybody in your house, and I want you to vote between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Alrighty, my teachers, do you guys have your Thanksgiving votes counted up? Alrighty, we're gonna move on to Christmas. Now kids, if your favorite holiday is Christmas, I want you to raise your hand up in the air. And teachers, I want you to count how many people love Christmas more than Thanksgiving. Alrighty. Okay, are the votes in? Teachers, I want you to announce to your classroom who has won the election, Thanksgiving or Christmas. Alrighty, guys. You heard it here. I don't know. You guys leave it in the comments below or come tell me in the hallway who has won, Thanksgiving or Christmas. Thanks for voting today, guys. You guys did a great job. I will see you guys when we jump into today's story. Hey guys, I am so grateful that you guys are here with me today. Today we're going to continue talking about gratitude, and gratitude means letting others know you see how they've helped you. And there are so many people we can be thankful for. We can be thankful for our family, our friends, our doctors, our nurses, our teachers, our president. There's so many people we can be thankful for. We can show our gratitude to them in a lot of different ways. We can write them letters. We can say thank you whenever somebody's bagging our groceries. We can say thank you to our mom for picking us up from school or helping us with our homework. There's so many ways we can be thankful. Well, in the Bible, we're going to hear a story today about how somebody was so thankful that they started to dance. Have you ever been so thankful that you just wanted to dance? Well, in our story today, David was so thankful and grateful for all God had done that he started to dance. So let's jump into today's story. The story begins in the book of 2 Samuel. God's people, the Israelites, had been at war for a very, very long time. Lots of fighting, lots of battles, armies fighting, swords clashing, arrows flying, warriors shouting. After all of the fighting, finally David became king of Israel. But when David took the throne, he noticed that something was missing: the ark. Now, when I say ark, I'm not talking about a big old boat. The ark was a wooden chest covered in gold. It held the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments that were given to Moses. And there were some other special objects inside. It was incredibly important to David and the Israelites because in some special way, the ark carried God's very own presence among the people. When they had the ark, they knew that God was near them. So David wanted to bring the ark home to Jerusalem, and he was pretty excited about the whole plan. He built a big old tent where the ark would go. Then he gathered some soldiers and they marched to where the ark was kept. So when they made it to where the ark was, David sent his soldiers in. The men lifted the ark with the poles, being careful to carry it like God had told them to, and they began their journey back to Jerusalem. David was so excited and thrilled to be able to do this. You could see it all over his face and even in the way he walked. He was overwhelmed with joy. And after only taking 6 steps, David stopped the whole party, the whole journey back to Jerusalem. He couldn't contain his gratitude any longer. He stopped the whole thing and made a sacrifice to God, telling him thank you. And then David started to dance. He just started to dance. He had no music on and he just started to dance. It says in the Bible, he danced in front of the Lord with all of his might. Can you imagine? David did that all the way back to Jerusalem. There was only one person who was not very happy with David dancing, and that was his wife. She saw David doing his dance moves, and she saw how David was wearing his regular clothes instead of his royal clothes, and she thought he looked ridiculous. She said this is what it says in the Bible. "You are the king of Israel. You have really brought honor to yourself today, haven't you? You acted like a fool." But you know what David did? David told her why he had done it. He told him he couldn't help himself. He didn't care if people thought he looked silly. He wasn't dancing for them anyways. He did it because he was filled with gratitude to God. And so you know what? David kept dancing. Here's what I want you to remember from today's story. David only cared about one thing. He wanted to celebrate what God had done. He was thankful for the way God had helped his people through this big old battle, and by helping them bring the ark back where it belongs. He was so grateful for what God had done and God provided for them. And his wife was only concerned about what people thought about David, but that didn't matter to David. The only thing that mattered to David was what God thought of David. And that can be kind of hard in today's world. We always want to make sure everybody likes us. We try to do things to make other people like us. But David shows us that the only person who matters is God. God's opinion is the only one that matters for us. Isn't that so cool? That takes a lot of weight off our shoulders to try and impress everybody around us, when the only person we have to impress is God. And guess what? God's already impressed. He loves us so much. Alrighty guys, so our bottom line today is this. We can celebrate what God has done. God has done amazing, wonderful, miraculous things for people. And he's done the same things for you and me. So right now, we're going to take a moment to say thank you to God. And we're going to do that through worship. We're going to stand up. We're going to sing some songs. We're going to use our bodies to dance. And we're going to say thank you to God for all the wonderful things he has done for us. And during this time, if you don't want to sing, would you just stand with us and maybe even pray or say out loud, thank you, God, for loving me, for taking care of me, for being a part of my daily life. I love you. So let's stand up, let's do some worship. And for my online kids who are joining me online, I have attached a playlist in the comments below so you can stand up and start your own dance party in your own living room. Alrighty guys, let's stand up and do some worship. It has been so great talking with you guys today. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!